I guess we're live. Well, hello everybody. It's been a while since I've been live because my gimbal broke and I bought a new one. So bear with me because I will be trying to learn this one, because this is the first time that I will be basically using this gimbal. So if I kind of get the camera to go up and down or whatever by accident, please bear with me. I know I didn't tell anybody that I was going live, so hopefully people will show up. But anyway, I'm going to continue until people do, and we're going to head over here to this new playground. It is quite chilly, so you're going to hear me shiver because I didn't bring my coat, because I figured last time I did this I got hot. So I just thought, well, I'll just bring a light jacket, and you just never know in Illinois how to dress, because wait a day and it will be something else, or wait a few hours and it'll be something else. So anyway, we're going to walk over here. They're not quite done with it yet, but they do have quite a bit of stuff put up. So I'm going to turn this around. Over here. And I probably should have flipped this camera to be horizontal instead of vertical. But I was going to go live on TikTok. And it is quite windy, so that's what makes it cold. As you can see, they are getting it all done. So I'm going to shiver a bit. And then once we get this part done, I'm going to drive down to the west end of the park instead of walk down there and check out the bikini tree. But as you can see, what they've done so far, they were supposed to actually have this done last year, but I think the weather kind of hindered them. So we're just going to walk around here in the park for a little bit. What we got coming here? Well, hello everybody. Welcome. We are at Fairview Park in Decatur, Illinois. And this is what they've been building over here. This is a new little playground. It's kind of like an exercise playground type thing. It is 40 degrees Fahrenheit out, which is about 4 degrees Celsius. It is supposed to be 50 something, I think, today, Fahrenheit wise. But the wind, when it kicks up, makes it very cold. And I didn't bring a coat. I just wore a light jacket this time. Dummy me. This is the biggest pavilion. If you haven't seen my live streams when I'm here in the park, this is our biggest pavilion here. And this had once served as the ice skating rink. And I'm using a new gimbal, so bear with me. So these lines you see right here, they take these walls and they connect them, they drop them in here and build a wall around this, and then they ice this thing up, and then you can ice skate on it. Well, when they built the Civic Center downtown, that became the new ice rink. So what they do in here, besides have get-togethers or parties or whatever, it's, I think every once in a while they do roller skating in here instead of ice skating. So Yeah, so let's go take a walk. Let's see what we got here. But this is what this thing will look like once it's all done. It will look like that. Give people things to exercise on and play on and so on and so forth. But as you can see, you know, they got this sprint thing they're building so people can sprint and you can climb and jump and whatever you want to do. Let's see. This, I think I'm clear. Anyway, we'll walk down here to the pond. And then after we see the pond, then we'll go back to my truck and drive down there to the west end and check out the bikini tree and see what they painted on it this time. But I got a new gimbal off the TikTok shop and I'm testing it out for the first time. And if it does become a little shaky, I'm sorry, because it is quite chilly out today. And dummy me didn't wear a coat, just a light jacket. I was gonna go live on TikTok, but since I've never done it before, they have to verify my age, and it will take 24 hours for them to do that. So I was kind of pissed off. I wanted to go on TikTok live and couldn't do it. Let's see here. Stop right here. Hello everybody. Thought I'd turn the camera around just a little bit. And hey Jeffrey G, how you doing? So here, let me turn this back around. So as you know, this is the oldest drinking fountain in this park, maybe even in Decatur. I'm not quite sure. Things have changed in this park since you've been here, Jeffrey. Like that bench, for one, that was not there. And we have this walking bike trail that I'm on right now. And way over there, they have a thing that kids use their rollerblades or skateboard or bikes or whatever on. But we do have a skate park, which is actually right over there. It's a skate park. And then they put this thing up. And but we'll walk over here to Dreamland Lake and check her out, and then I'm gonna head back to the truck and drive over there to the west end and look at the bikini tree to see what they have painted on it, see what new bikini it's got. I am using my new gimbal that I got off of the TikTok shop for the first time, so bear with me. Let's see. Yeah, well, the only way this town's going to be revitalized if you get rid of our mayor and the city council and find some people that are in it for Decatur and not themselves. And the only reason why they keep voting Julie Moore in is because she used to be on WAND. Big whoop. Yeah, you got to kind of watch it over here because this place is inundated with geese. But anyway, here's Dreamland Lake in its glory. Now when the summertime comes, all those plants over there, they'll grow up really tall. So you won't even see that corner once they start growing up again. And the same thing goes for straight over there. They did the same thing over there. I'm really surprised there's not people parked over here, because there's always somebody parked over here. But yeah, somebody made a replica of the transfer house for the duck pond over there, for the duck house. And then of course, that's new. And a long time ago, there used to be a house that sat up here, and I knew the people that lived in it, and I think their last name is Gentry. I can't remember, but yeah, they used to be a house up there a long time ago. And that hill over there is where we used to slide down in the wintertime. Oh, be quiet. He's telling me to go away. Bastard. Maybe that's why nobody's over there, because of that stupid thing. There he goes. I thought he was going to come after me. I was getting ready to start running because he was getting closer and closer on the sound. Yeah, actually, my brother lives on the corner of Summit and Grand. He's actually, I think, probably going to sell that house, and they're getting ready to retire in Arkansas this year. But they used to have the fun fair out here right at the end of the school year. All the rides were out here in the parking lot, and then they would have all these little homemade game booths all around in here, and food, and I always looked forward to the fun fair when I was a kid. Never did buy anything or do anything, and just enjoyed being here, checking it out. And then they're bringing back roller skating in the big pavilion again. I think they did it 3 times last summer. Well, they had the guy who originally ran that retired. I don't know if he's still alive or not. And then some girl took it over and she killed it. And she thought she was going to get rid of the riffraff out of there. So instead of it being a free event, they put fence around the entire thing and made people pay to get in it. And she basically killed it when she did that. They kept saying that, well, we're not making any money, and we need money for all these musical acts that people want to see. Well, if that's the case, doing what you did just basically killed it. So we'll go over here to my truck, and we'll drive through the park here and drive down to the west end of the park and check out the bikini tree. The swimming pool is no longer over there. They closed it down because they built the water park out by the lake. Yeah. I probably come to this park more than I do Nelson Park. It's actually really hard to have a signal at Nelson Park. I think the water has something to do with it, because I'm real close to a cell tower at actually both these parks. But I think that water interferes with the signal. But if you look, right there is a cell phone tower, and I actually live over that way. I'm over there right behind the cemetery. Yeah, oh, I'll tell you what, they got a huge lineup this year at the Devon. A lot of big name acts cater. So we'll come over here to my truck and we'll take a drive over to the west end. Providing I can hold this thing and drive at the same time. And of course, as you know, you got Park Street with all the really nice homes over there. All right, let's get my truck here. Not yet, because I don't think I'm at that level yet to have that. All right, so we're gonna drive down here to the west end. And of course, they took the Lincoln Courthouse out. They have that historical site that they built out by the airport, and people kept vandalizing that courthouse, that Lincoln Courthouse, so they took it over there, put it amongst all the other old historic buildings from that era. But I don't think they've been taking very good care of it, because I was actually going to go over there and and film, but they got it all closed off, and it looked like some of those buildings were falling apart because nobody's taking care of them. It's pretty sad. So we'll come down here to the west end and check out the Bikini Tree. Sorry, the trees are still naked. We're just now into spring, so it's going to take a while for everything to start growing back. And all right, so here we go to the west end. Of course, that bridge has been redone. I actually got video of me riding my bike on all these bike trails. You see the bike trail goes off that way to the north, and they have it to where it will go up around the dog park. This is the dog park right here. Of course, that's 36. It goes into 72. Somebody tried to, no, I think a tree fell into that. That's the new pavilion they built out here, and a tree fell into it. And the one that was up on the hill up here is no longer there because they built this one and didn't need it anymore. So and then some dumbass in a small car tried to drive up there on that bridge, and they got stuck. Freaking idiots. All right. And I remember at one time, this field over here, you used to be able to come out here and do those Frisbee games. And they took all that out. And because, one, it floods down here when we have big rains. So, all right, let's get out. Let me see if I can fix this gimbal better. I think I keep pointing up. Here we go. And of course, as you know, up there was the swimming pool. We'll go up there and take a look, but it's no longer there. They tore it out of the ground. And I don't know what they're going to put up there. But we're going to walk over here and check out the Bikini Tree. Here's some of my lifelines. Yeah, well. And you probably hear some wind in the microphone. It is a little breezy today. And I think the more I walk, the more I'll produce some heat and stay warm, because it is quite chilly. I think it's only going to be about 56 degrees today. We'll come over here and see what they've done with the Bikini Tree. Somebody always comes over here at night and does it. Oh, seriously? Okay, well, we're gonna I'm not gonna let you see it yet, so I'm gonna turn my gimbal here and come down this hill. I want you to wait in anticipation. Bikini should look like. or what color one should be. Are you all ready to see this thing? All right, here it goes. Yeah, I don't know who painted this thing, but my God. They could at least have a little bit better imagination than that. They did give it a tattoo, though. That was nice of somebody to give it a tattoo. But there you go, folks. There is the bikini tree. And I'm really surprised this thing is still standing, to be honest with you. And but it's been a tradition for a long time for people to come down here in the middle of the night and paint this thing a different color. But what gets me is I guess they would say these two are the arms, but I would see it more as the legs. But that's my opinion on it. But there you go. There's the Decatur bikini tree in Fairview Park. Real quick, and then we'll head over to check out where the pool used to be. I know why I didn't come down this hill. But as you can see, even though this was a trail once before, they paved it, and it is part of the bike trail. They did used to have a pole in the middle so people couldn't try to drive something through here. But for some reason they took it down. I went to MacArthur, so I went to Garfield, Roosevelt, and MacArthur. But anyway, there is the bridge. It did get redone, but it's now part of the bike trail. Okay, sorry for any wind noise on the mic. Now let's head over to the where the swimming pool used to be. Now it's just a pile of dirt over here. Yeah, stupid wind. Well, it's March, you know. March winds, April rain. So our rainy season's coming along with the tornadoes, even though we already had a tornado come through, I think a week ago. Actually, this place is a magnet, so you could leave all you want. You'll be back. I left for, I don't know, 3 years. I was living, I was down in Golconda, Illinois for 3 months, going to a trade school. And then I lived up in Pekin for 3 years and ended up coming back and been here ever since. Anyway, we'll come up here and show you where the swimming pool used to be, which is no longer because they built the water park. All right, yeah, well, there you go. There's your your remnants of what used to be the swimming grounds. I think just their maintenance kind of took it over, something, I don't know. Looks like they're wanting to start getting some trees planted in there to a certain point and take them out and plant them around. Yeah, I think somebody needs to get a little bit more imaginative on their bikini. But this bike trail goes all the way down to Rock Springs. I have walked this entire trail, and I have biked this entire trail. If you start out there on Fairview Avenue by Milliken, and you bicycle every inch of all the trails and back to that point, it's 20 miles. $20-mile round trip. Rock of Ages Band. That sounds familiar. Well, I'll tell you what. You know, the group Head East is actually from Decatur. And I used to work with the singer's brother here in town, which he's also a musician. He plays keyboard. I don't know if he was ever in a band, but yeah, his brother was the singer to the band Head East. All right, we'll get back in my truck. Let me put you down here for a moment. I'm gonna turn you around. Hopefully I can turn you around. There we go. Hopefully I won't have you fall over on me here. Here, I'll set you up here, because I gotta get my bag off and my key in. Yeah, actually he does. In fact, he was, he quit the group for, I don't know if he's still in, I don't even know if they're still a band, but he quit and started doing gospel. And that really surprised me. And let me turn this thing around. All right. Yeah, we'll go drive around the circle over here at the end of the park. I had one guy, he didn't want to do the one way. He just started going straight instead of turning. personally, I'm really surprised that I got a good signal. As far as I know, it hasn't told me that my signal was weak. So, of course, I need to be quiet because they might start telling me that. And of course, the S-turn has been redone. It's not as sharp of a turn that it used to be because of people getting into wrecks from driving too fast. So they had to redo it and make it less of a sharp turn. But yeah, the used to come out here and play a little football with some school friends. Of course, they're all married and moved on. I actually have a device I can clamp over my mirror and put my phone on there and film while it's on that. And of course, this trail here will take you all the way over to Center Street, where Oak Grove School used to be, which they knocked it down and they built a whole brand new school there that is a magnet school. Come on there, geese. Get across there. Right, he decided he's going to go too. Well, come on. What are you going to do? You going to go or not? He don't know what he's going to do. Can't trust them geese. They actually got rid of those speed bumps back there. My son, he was riding his three-wheel bike through here and he hit that bump and it flipped him over off his bike. Anyway, I'm going to come down here and of course there's that thing there that they let people skateboard on, or bikes or blades or whatever they do on it. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed to see what's new on the Bikini Tree and the further updating on the park, or the playground. That's what I come over here for, is to check up on those, because I haven't done this for maybe a month or two because my gimbal broke on me, so I had to get me a new one, and I finally got one off the TikTok shop so I could go live, because if I would have just held it, it would have been shaky. Anyway, you all have a wonderful day today, and I'll have more videos out there. I'm also on TikTok. If you're on TikTok, I'm on TikTok as well. And I'm also on Clapper, but on Clapper it is OinStar Studio 1 is my name on there. And actually on TikTok it's just Jay McKee. That's all it is. It's not John McKee's World or anything like that. And I think that was probably too long for them. They like to have things short. I guess TikTok's for those who have a short attention span. So, and I'll tell you what, Clapper's like that too. They are a site for people who have a short attention span. So I have 180 seconds of a video to post on that. And that Lemonade they talked about, that's just stupid. That's just basically TikTok's version of buddy, I ain't got nothing for you. Don't be coming over here. There's a bunch of squirrels out here. I think there was one maybe. Well, he's thinking I got food. But anyway, yeah, I'm on, what's on the t-shirt? Oh, that's my Star Wars. Hang on here. Yeah, it's just my, let's see if I can get this thing right. Yeah, it's just my my Star Wars shirt. Yeah, there's a bunch of squirrels out here. I'm afraid I'm gonna run over one of them because he was coming over like I had food. So I'll have to look to see if he's still out there. I don't want to run him over. But anyway, you all have a wonderful day, and we'll be back again. I'm off Monday, so I won't be doing any sunrise videos. And we'll catch you later. If I can figure out how to end this.